There's a good chance our targets have split up in order to evade us. The marked locations on the map are the most likely areas where we'll find them. Be careful, as they have many supporters in the area that are more than willing to die for their cause.
Objective acquired. Friendly unit scanning ISS signature. ISS red. ISS not accepted.
All our targets are here.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, but somewhere in the middle of it all...
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since they've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the house. I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attention. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing.
And now she's missed. She's fallen into the hands of the Empire. We could be next.
Couple of curse breakers. They should help speed up the search. But
Don't worry, Otto.
If you need volunteers, just say the word. And when it comes to the old fisticuffs, of course.
With that long back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in...
The lake water doesn't agree with...
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of... Assuming we had any pit out the old tub's got...
Of course, your skiff is our only means of reaching the main...
Well, to make pitch, you need pitch tree. Now, I'm not so unkind as to... And it just so happens, I once heard the thought...
Sounds easier than felling a...
Never been to Curltail Falls myself. Never seen a curl for that matter.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth. Can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Well,
Find is one way of putting it.
ugh. Reeks.
Margot.
Yeah.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Sid. You were too late.
Imperial staff staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical. Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bear.
Bas, Jill and I will go after them.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't...
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But to Culling, bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Anything catch your eye? There you go. Much obliged. Thanks very much.
Oi, look sharp!
What?
all gamblers.
Oh my god, it's Freddy. What the fuck? I'm just playing Final Fantasy 16. Yeah. Oh yes, can't.
Look. Up ahead. Martha. Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn...
The Black Shield.
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were poor souls turned on the Imperials.
Then, Martha, do you think you can...
I think so.
Black Shield. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the
Empire. This one.
Ready, it's time. Go. Oh, we level up. Damn.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
and for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
There's a gruesome thing over here. Hey, what happens if this pet dog?
You all right, boy? Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. They are.
What happened?
Rosario will miss. Tell Martha. To Pegs.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. Eris. They didn't...
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to...
Martha said they rose from their beds.
I've gathered the bearer's remains.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust domes.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here.
No. Okay. Yeah. We left an invisible force for no reason.
Spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. Cole is worried about.
All right.
Boy.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't mean I won't. Cole said you cast their remains, but it should have been.
How?
But I did. The rumors started moons ago. I assumed it was all just nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think.
That in ordinary times you would have been right. Which begs the question. My mother obviously has a hand in this.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more. If those Imperials think they can. Oh, before I forget, he asked me to tell you that Gav.
Then we must as well.
We can stay longer.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. What in the world is going on?
If you don't mind, Sid, I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Okay. That's it, that thing right here.
Arthur's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else will be out cold after all.
Okay. Oh, there's a crest right here.
You're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Try not to move.
Of course you are. Now, question is...
Chocobo.
You heard me right, and not just Whiteheart and her flock.
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, well, go on then. There's a...
Where can I...
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? And don't worry. You'll...
I'm sure I...
And good luck to you.
Oh no. Oh no, what the fuck? Okay. I got this. I don't got this. Okay. Alright, now we can do it. Right. I see what you're doing. Damn it. I see. You better have AFK. God damn it. What does this for up here?
That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We
got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you. Safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. You. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. No, I dare say, reckon our feathered friend must have learned. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum.
Well...
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't...
What is it, girl?
She wants her map. Told you.
Is that it?
Well, Doesn't she, Cotton Hanson?
She does indeed.
Ah, few scrap. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go. Don't you worry. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've... That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you?
Must have been my
Oh, must have been, eh? Anyhow.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when...
I like the chocobo. Hold. One. Wasted, huh? Okay. Oh. That makes sense.
Let's go.
Dun 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 dun. Okay. What's this? I need 1,000. Okay.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. 4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield at the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Well, don't just stand there gawping. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Is that all? You think it's all right to touch?
Back, are ya? So, will it be? And?
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here,
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
That room's as ragged as...
So Martha's all right.
And how may I assist you today?
Allow me to educate you.
Here you are. Very good.
What's the matter? The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particular. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt. Right. The people of Valisthea are going through a lot. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends. Tell them perhaps I can. I don't think.
Oh, Clive!
The patrons, does that mean...
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just Karen. I still catalogue every Business is busy. Still. Words are immortal. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Here you are. All done?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Oh, same up. So, oh. And Sid, but he's still... Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
And you say Sid built this place? Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
Won't be long now, Martel. They'll try your apples. Sid,
Is everything...
Oh, yes.
It's good to know this...
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble. I took it on, you see, after she... And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact.
Impressive.
I thought this first harvest, you couldn't take them some good...
It'll be nice.
Oh, she always had a... Here you go. You hear that, Martel?
if it's alright to touch him?
I hear there's trouble. That broom's as ragged as...
You two look like you could use something.
Martel.
Weren't she the girl from the furrow?
Course she was.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember?
He's hot. Those apples. She'd have been proud.
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me. Old Sid was the only one who didn't have them right from the branch. Made Martel living.
That sounds like...
Planning on keeping that lot to yourself. Hang on. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work. Clyde, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me.
Well, you can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the...
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Oh wait, shit. It's not cold as hell because it's raining outside.
Cursebreakers send their
I see,
thanks.
still here.
And their compliments.
Maybe, no.
They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind. Even she put everything into her work. When she died, I named a sapling after her.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way...
Let's see, what time is raid day time?
Like your fruit, Martel?
What?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I knew that I would return one to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Oh boy, okay.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours, for a price. You won't be disappointed. There you are. Much obliged. You won't be disappointed. There you are. You won't be disappointed. Much obliged. I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the Empire wants answers and what the...
Don't they, Chuck?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black... You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. All their 100 full legions.
100? I heard it were 1,000. Run along now. Or one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
You seen him?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time?
What do you think? Amber, if only we were.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this... You are to leave
May I at least...
I don't know who you are, or what... The Empire is a harsh master. Its demand, some might call it submission. But this village will not.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to them. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Faster!
Straight home now. Ever since the Apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waiting there? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. Recognize it. of my mother's men.
Spiking fears by sex. Sound weird. Oh. Is Franny still here? Franny. Franny must be dead. Oh well.
Get him!
Ah, la va. Es que... ¿Qué hago? ¿Cómo se ve?
Get him! Over here! Go to him! Over here!
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. They await.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
You'll find no succor to the south, travelers, nor beyond the Bureau.
Oh boy, what the hell is going on here?
Over here!
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only one.
What happened here?
I was hoping to get in.
Oh, is it?
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough
Fuck off! Hang you chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, away with you, filth! Back to your stalls! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Shit.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not. It's over.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside. Though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, We've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. At least you spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mouth.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord. As you wish, my lord. Will that be all? Of course, my lord. It has been an honor. I'm sure that it will prove useful. It has been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. Nothing fancy. You, sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shield, this will allow us to wage battle. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they...
How small?
Small enough. Now that I have you and Lady Jill...
But until we arrive, that was your plan.
Sir Wade.
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one thing which putting an end...
And so...
blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sideways.
Come along now.
Bastards are looking.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say it's fast.
Over here!
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We'll finish it.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, lord, Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must. For as long as the Firebird's flame and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde? A sound strap.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been...
I suppose a formal request.
And appearance. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron, where he would be of no use, and so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the... It is why he remains ever vigilant.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither...
I might have something.
Stay. Leave it. Sit.
It's the mark of the Guardians.
Sit. Down.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do.
Leave it.
If only Sir Tyler could have been here.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need...
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right to guess, my uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Cid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun. Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
take you for a
Oh, this? I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm. Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? From spit roasts to sweetmeats.
If it's my...
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid, but you're made of sterner stuff.
Something to...
Fantastic!
So...
Chance's stew. The only problem is that while the recipe... A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would...
Does the book say anything?
Well, only that the sweet is violet.
Roses. One of the butchers in Martha's Rest.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad. All the bloody dust. Typical nobles.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. What will it be today?
The Iron Kingdom.
You'll soon be setting sail. The Mother Crystal that... There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave... As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the Blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron, making Drustinus, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day...
My father and my grandpa had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria. I'd say you'd be forgiven.
But not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after
Leave old
each
master
other.
in the lurch after everything she's done for us.
About the price of them turnips.
Ah, welcome.
Unwanted violets. If you...
What, you're looking for scorpion tails? Unwanted violets is used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. And there was and even if they were.
Do these...
I dare say they do.
Thank you.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Martha's lot, I'd be daft to stay. Don't you go causing any trouble.
Ambrosia won't help me here. Come on.
Yeah!
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
This one. This one. Over here.
I better get this. Do it on before it goes bad.
Did you find?
I didn't.
Marvelous! Let's see.
You wouldn't be wrong.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm mad.
Well, it'll be too late once I've... Odin's teeth. And yet... It takes a moment to...
You're...
I must share this gift. A single mouthful, and Molly will...
I'm...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. All done?
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the...
Same way they never heard about us, I expect.
There are new billets being
Clive!
Is something wrong?
It's Black, and if I'm honest, he ain't been... Normally, it only takes something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his spark. But I'm thinking he might if we...
Fine. But if he doesn't want to...
All right, now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So wait a bit, then...
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
What's it good?
August was worried that something I thought you...
I told you not.
Clive just wants to help. Talk to him. Please, mate.
Not the sort of thing you...
Why don't you tell us?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting art. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass. She made my... Should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. There, you got what you...
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his... Something tells me this is only if he has doubts. It will affect...
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy.
Too bloody right.
Glad to hear it. Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come...
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd...
Sorry, sold it. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if that's all his stuff to order. But the fella who commissioned it refused to pay.
You don't know where we might find...
Like I said, I don't trust hunters neither, which means he spent...
I see.
He did tell me, apparently, his name...
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted?
Thank you, Karen.
At least you...
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might...
I'll leave the hunting to... While you get on with that, I'll ask...
Good idea.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
This isn't gonna be easy. Hope there aren't any more of them.
Typical nobles.
Yeah, where you go over there? Oh my god. Oh. You lost internet? It's a rescue somewhere. The Siege Watch. May Watch. West Watch. Where are we going?
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
Fly, Ambrosia. Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. Something there, boy. Could that be our man? Are you all right?
Dare say that griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off.
More likely than...
The name's Camille.
Not so lowly from what I... You remember selling to a merchant?
Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Didn't stop her bartering me down.
It's not her.
Well...
You should be.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from... I dearly loved... Actually...
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled...
You sure?
Well, and thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself.
In that case?
I'd be much obliged. Right. You send your blacksmith...
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
And with a bit of luck... How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this.
You joke.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work, that if you were as skilled as you sounded.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used. Oh, this...
Yeah? I'll take your word. Here, Clive.
Camille,
I thought there ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name turns out he's from... But our friend Camille guards a long-held family...
Then we better keep this close to...
Listen, still.
That was the idea. Clive's idea.
It's good to have you.
Just don't expect me to go. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And don't get me started on how much oiling. I reckon I can make something about as good. So anyway, enough narrowing.
Looks like we won't be needing it.
As if there was a better... I wouldn't have been the same anyway. Right, now that's so... Thanks, Clive.
Clive. So, will it be? That it? Fine.
That monster's taking quite
help you today, Clive? Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.